Hey, everybody.
Two boys.
One brain cell.
My name is Chuck.
I'm Joel. Did you just forget your name?
No.
You said I'm Chuck.
I was trying to decide how I was going to say it.
Guys, you can drop down.
So I was going to rock
we can brain
Chuckles,
cell.
the Chuckness, Chuck, Charles. Really throwing a wrench.
Charles.
Throwing the Charles.
Wasn't that what you did not like being called way back when we were first, like,
No.
was your middle name?
No, it was Charlie.
Charlie. That's right. Like, that really bothered you back in the day. Now it irritates you a little bit in your eyes, but then you say, no, it doesn't, which is a smart thing to do in that scenario in general.
That's what my family always called me and has always called me.
Yeah.
So it was one of those weird things where it just sounded weird coming from outside of the family because everybody else called me Chuck.
You especially didn't like it when I was yelling at you. They were like, Charlie.
Yeah, because then you sound like my grandmother.
I know.
And it's a whole
That's exactly
problem.
what you said. That's exactly what you said. And I would yell it all the time, like across that we worked together in a factory.
Yeah.
That's how we met. So I'd be like, Charlie. You'd be like, stop calling me that.
Sound just like my grandmother. Best part is when she'd yell at at family functions and me and my dad just turned what?
Because we have we're
both
all Charles. All right. Glory, hallelujah. Frank Turner. We're getting it. Shout out to Marcel for the pick.
Send it.
Brothers and sisters, have you heard the news? The storm has lifted and there's nothing to lose. So swap your confirmation for your dancing shoes, because there never was no God. Step out of the darkness and onto the streets. Forget about the fast, let's have a carnival feast. Raise up your lowered head and hear the liberation beat, because there never was no God. And there is no God. So clap your hands together. There is no God, no heaven and no hell. And there is no God. We're all in this together. There is no God. So ring that victory bell. Some overbearing priest, no waiting until we die, until we restitute the meek, no blaming all our failings on imaginary beasts, because there never was no God. The fighting of a land your distant fathers told you of, no spilling blood from those who never spread a drop of love, the finger pointing justified by phantoms up above, because there never was no God. There is no
All right.
Well, I'll open up with the double negative at the beginning, and I'm like, hold on. I know what you're trying to say here, but that's not what you're saying at all. And then they started saying it.
Yeah. Now, I do, while I'm not a giant fan of the lyrics, just because it's like an absolute, like who knows for sure, right? I get like the problematics behind like the organization aspect.
Yeah.
But I don't really see an issue with like just a belief in general.
Yeah.
Especially as long as you're not using that as an excuse for your crappy behavior, right?
Right.
So as an absolute, so lyrically, I'm not a giant fan so far.
Right.
Now, what I will say, for those of like people that are lean that way,
Yeah.
I think this is pretty cleverly done.
I agree.
Because it's using church music as well.
Yeah.
And then it sounds like worship music.
And it's so it's so lifting.
It's got the uplifting worship music vibe for sure, but it definitely swings the opposite way.
Complete opposite way.
Yeah. And I mean, hey, to each their own.
Yeah. I love the upbeat, fun nature that it's putting out there for sure. But when it comes to religion, honestly, well, whatever it takes to make you not be a dick.
Yeah.
Just don't be a dick.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. You're in trouble now, for sure.
100%.
This is why we can't film with the door open.
I'm the problem.
Chuck.
It's me.
Sometimes it's me, though.
Yeah.
And then we're both the problem because the walls also aren't well insulated.
We're always the problem.
So my wife's like, you guys are using bad language in there? We're the boys. Of course we are. Duh.
Sometimes I just forget that we're even here.
That's the problem. That's mainly our issue, is we forget they're here.
Yeah.
And then we're just...
Because we're just closed in our own little area.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're just hanging out. And then, I mean...
Mm-hmm. And then we have to babysit our words, especially like this. And I think the girls are playing out there, too.
I'm terrible.
He's a piece of...
See?
Hey, you better hope this song's right. Because if not... Burn, baby, burn. Let's go.
Well played. Let's finish it out.
Except that there's an end game and we haven't got much time. Then in the here and now, then we can try and do things right. We be our own Salvation Army and together we believe in all the wondrous things that mere mortals can achieve. Well, I've known beauty in the stillness of cathedrals in the day. I've sung glory, hallelujah, won't you wash my sins away? But now we're singing my refrain, and this is what I say. I say there never was no God. There is no God. So clap your hands together. There is no God. No heaven and no hell. But there is no God. We're all in this together. There is no God. So ring that victory bell. One more time. There is no God. So clap your hands together. There is no God. No heaven and no hell. But there is no God. We're all in this together. There is no God. So ring that victory
Go in peace and serve the Lord.
Stop.
That's the end of the service right there, bro.
Just release the congregation.
That's exactly what just happened. I was an acolyte, so yeah. Back in the old teenage days.
Mm-hmm. So, it's a good song.
Listen, all right, so I think it's clever, but personally, I'm not really into that style of music in general. Okay? Like, I grew up listening to it and just never came over with me, I guess. There's like a few songs here and there, but the style in
I
general.
never really grew up with too much of that stuff.
Fair.
I grew up in a church for a short portion of my...
Oh, I'm not even
childhood,
saying
but-
that. Like, our parents had us listen to Christian radio, which
Oh, yeah, I
was
didn't
which
do
was actually not terrible. With the like Christian rock wasn't awful, but the worship music I never really got into myself. So the sound isn't quite there for me.
Yeah.
And obviously, I love Frank. Seen him live. Dude killed it alive.
100%.
Seems like a genuinely nice person. This song just in general just doesn't do it for me lyrically. The sound, I do think it's clever though.
I agree.
So I think if you were like a little bit more leaning towards these lyrics,
Yeah.
like you could take that cleverness and the lyrics and find enjoyment there. and I respect that totally.
Yeah.
But for me, myself, just doesn't really do anything for me.
Yeah, where are you rating it?
I'm probably going to go with a 4.5 here, and it's not going to go in a playlist. Again, it's just more so the sound and those lyrics.
Yeah.
I prefer, I don't mind asking questions because obviously no one truly knows.
But being definitive.
Definitive is my issue. There's no proof either way. Right. So
Wholeheartedly agree.
yes. So yeah, that's just kind of where I sit.
Yeah.
And so I don't really find any connection to the song itself.
Right.
Send me some more Frank though. I mean,
yeah. See, I'm going with a 6.6 and not adding it to a playlist.
okay.
Because lyrically, it doesn't resonate with me.
I pulled a. I'm gonna, which is actually hilarious because this is what you normally do. I voted off my casual listening essentially, and you were like, I'm gonna do the professional. We reversed a little bit normally. I can do it too.
Here comes a curveball.
At this point, they don't know when we're rating casually and when we're rating professionally.
No,
It switches constantly, dude.
Our ratings don't always make sense.
No, I'm happy they're here just for fun, at least.
100%.
I think that's what we're all here for. So,
I agree.
yeah, still like I said, I think it's a cleverly done song,
100%.
and for the right person, I think it'd be enjoyable.
And you could definitely piss off some church folks.
Oh yeah, I mean, but that's not hard to do.
No, but it'd be funny.
You say a bad word, and
that's fair.
you know what I'm saying?
Well, not all of them.
No, that's not true. Not all of them.
Not all of them.
I grew up Lutheran, so especially not Lutheran. Unless you're talking Missouri Synod, they're a little more sensitive with it. But yeah.
Yeah. But we are two boys.
We got one brain cell.
My name's Chuck.
I'm Joel.
And that's all we got for you. So peace out.
Peace out, y'all.